I don't know where my head and I ain't certain. All I know is I am on my way. When will I be there? I don't know. When will I get there? I ain't certain. We're on our way.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
Get started with today's post-match media availability with Olivia, Moultrie, and Vignola. With that said, 15 minutes as always. We'll send the recording in the Slack. If you want me to send it to you personally, I can do that as well. That said, Taylor, our very first hard question.
Very hard one. If you want to just start off with your thoughts on the match.
Dude, kick it off.
No, I mean, it being the first game, I was really excited that I was like here today. I think that kind of settled my nerves a little bit, but it was a crazy game. I was literally just telling Liv in the hallway, I was like, when she was about to hit that free kick, I knew it was going in. Like I could just feel it. But we were talking about that at the end of the game. Like it was just that feeling in the game that we all had that we knew we were gonna win, no matter how it was gonna happen. We just kind of all had that feeling. And even after the first goal in the first half, like you could tell like none of us put our heads down. We just kind of knew what we had to fix and we did it. Kind of fought till the last minute.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I'll add on. She's like a silence. Okay. No, I think just kind of the start that we had is not what we want, and I think we all recognize that. But like what I was saying earlier in the broadcast was just like I think we reminded ourselves of the bravery and the intensity and just kind of like the togetherness that we need to finish the year and to hopefully get that home playoff spot. And just like that push that we need. And I think we, especially after kind of like they said, they scored in the first half. I think we all like the entire intensity changed. Like we all started showing up for the ball, checking more. Yeah, just this kind of like togetherness, unity that like we were going to do whatever we had to do to win the game, like MA said. So yeah, I definitely just felt a turning point in that. And I think that goes back to what we've referenced all year, that like this group is together in what we do. And it's almost like we needed that goal to remind us of what we needed to be as a unit. And so, yeah, I really felt that. And I think that was a good turning point for us. So.
And then Liv, tonight you scored your first career brace, the youngest Thorn to do it, and you also became the first player in the league to score 2 direct free kick goals.
Oh.
Do you want to just talk us through your goals tonight?
Sorry, I keep sniffling. I'm getting over a cold. So if my voice sounds funny, I apologize. No, I mean, obviously Sammy did really great on the first goal, like just kind of breaking that pressure and me just, trying to be alongside her there. I mean, she really set that one up for me. And I think just that energy and that intensity, like, can we get forward? Can we go forward? Can we create chances? And then, the free kick, like, I've just been practicing those after practice every day. I've gotten kicked off the field a bunch of times. Ella's like, you need to get off the field. I need your unit. I need your data. Go do some recovery. So, I mean, practice makes perfect. Vitas and Mikey, like, they'll just sit out there with me and rebound balls for me. And Jordan and our keepers will help and set up a fake wall for me. And, like, it's really been a team effort. And I appreciate everyone's energy towards my high maintenance setting up and doing extra free kicks after practice. But, obviously really happy that they're paying off. So.
MA, obviously first game in Providence Park as a Thorn. You've played here before, but not for the Thorns. Can you talk about what that environment was like?
No, it was definitely a different feeling today. I think stepping out on the field today and just knowing that Rose City was kind of behind me today was really helpful. And I'm really happy that the first game was in this stadium. I could really feel the energy and the vibes, and I just really appreciate it. But it's definitely a different feeling playing here for the Thorns than it is playing against them.
I hope so.
Like it is scary coming here to play. It's intimidating, but now like I can kind of take that weight off my shoulder and know that they're kind of behind me and behind the team, and it was really exciting tonight.
And then obviously beginning of the game honoring Christine Sinclair. And for Liv, kind of what did it mean to you to score a brace also in that context, like knowing Sinky was watching and such?
Yeah, 100%. I wish we could have been out there for her like celebration at the beginning or before the game. But I just got to give her a hug before, and she was just like, I won't repeat exactly because there were explicits, but just like go do what you got to do, like go get a win basically. And I feel like we definitely had that extra energy because of her and honoring her. And she's a great example of kind of what Rose City is and the success that they've had. And I hope to, I loved playing with her, and I hope to just kind of continue on that energy that she brought, and, continue the success that the Thorns have had. And it meant a lot. And obviously really excited to have that game while she was here and celebrating her. So.
Yeah, Emma, can you just kind of talk to us about the week you've had traded, moving to Portland, getting the start immediately. But then, putting that performance on with the backline that, you did,
Yeah.
especially with Reina opposite you and then with the center backs as well.
Yeah.
What was that?
Well, it's been a whirlwind of a week. I got back from playing Louisville with Angel City on Sunday morning at 2 a.m, and then I hopped in a flight Monday morning, and I was in training Tuesday. So it was definitely a fast turnaround, but the girls honestly made it like
through so many minutes.
yeah. We'll talk about that later. But no, it was just like it was crazy, but it was the girls made it that much easier for me to kind of feel welcomed here and feel like a part of the team so quick. And I think being able to play with Issa and Shai this whole week, like they have really just calmed me down. Remember this, and honestly, everybody just to be myself and to play like myself. Like I don't need to overthink too much. And the coaches have been really helpful with that, just kind of getting me in and out of trainings with the sixes, trainings with Liv, training with Sam, like just everybody, just so we can talk and be on the same page as quick as possible to tonight.
Honestly, credit to you though. Like you stepped in and her energy just like she immediately fits in with the group. And she came and tapped me on the shoulder when she first got here and we immediately just started squealing in the locker room. Everyone probably thought something was wrong. But no, she stepped in and like her energy and just like her joy and excitement around everything. Like I love having her here. I'm so excited. And yeah, it's been a great start. So
Thanks.
oh.
And then Liv, for you, an incredible performance tonight. Rob Gale has said that Sync is a legend, but you are a future legend. What does it mean for you to be at this point in your career? You've done so many firsts as a Thorn, right? What does it mean for you to know that you are doing things that no one has ever done before and that the sky is really the limit in your so young career?
I mean, obviously, like I really appreciate him saying that. Like Rob has been, since he came in, just like a huge support system for me and just somebody who, like I told him my goals and he was like, I believe you can do that 100% and I want to be there for every part of it. So like really a huge shout out to him. Like I've loved playing under him and just his energy every day and willingness to listen and collaborate. Like truly have loved working with him. I just all the first and ever like I'm so excited to be able to be getting them. I honestly just love what I do. I love where I play. I love Portland. I love Rose City. Like the energy that brings and being able to do that here like means so much to me. And yeah, like you said, like I hope I got a long time left and I just want to keep doing it. Like genuinely it comes from a place of like I love competing. I love being with my teammates and I love being in Portland and yeah, if I can accomplish all my goals here, like that's a dream come true. So I'm really excited and just want to keep it going.
A little sorry back here. A little more on sync for you, Liv. Just since, not having her on the team, what do you feel like is the biggest lesson you took from her that you've tried to carry forward in your career? And is any of that maybe possibly related to goal scoring?
I mean, honestly, she's like a freaking goal magnet. Like she has really refined the art of like just being in the right place at the right time. I remember in training sessions, we'd get like in and around the box and sometimes I would like stop looking at the ball and I would just look at her and just look where she was going. I'm like, how do you always just like find it? Like what? So yeah, I've tried to learn a lot from her. And in terms of everything else, like, yeah, she's been a really fun person to play with, to learn from. And in the last year we were together, like she just kind of tried to lend everything that she had. It was really cool. And just to be able to collaborate with her and it was a really special experience for me and just being here so young, trying to learn as much as I could. And I feel like I had a rocky start with some people, just kind of an awkward situation at the beginning, but like eventually we got to a place where it's just like we were teammates and we respected each other and yeah, just try to take everything I can from her. And now without her, it's just like, she was a cool cucumber. So what I've learned is just like the ups are never too high and the lows are never too low. And I think that's what's important in this league to get you through a season and to get you through year after year. So that's definitely something I've tried to channel from her is just like keep the cool, keep on keeping on. She's really good at that. So yeah.
And then for you, MA, I know you're brand new, but like, have you maybe noticed any sync influence since you've arrived here or have any sort of personal thoughts about sync and her career?
I think just the biggest thing for me is I remember playing against her the past couple of years, and it was just like I don't know her personally, but as Liv was saying, like she's a ball magnet, and I think that was one of the biggest things, like playing against her. Like you always kind of had to be aware of that. And like as I said, I don't know her personally, but I just know as everything that's kind of gone on this week of how much of an impact that she's made with all the girls here, and that's something that's really cool to hear and to see. And yeah, like I think that she's definitely a person that would be great to be able to play under, and I wish I had that experience and had a year or two with her, but I guess I'll get to hear some of the legacy from the girls.
We'll try to tell you all the good stories.
Hi, my name is Guillermo Mota with K2 News here in Portland. Congrats on the win. Liv, congrats on the brace.
Thank you.
I'm curious, we've seen your work on this free kicks. We've seen them be successful now. What's the next step for you? Is there a next step? Are you the complete beast now?
Oh,
I want to
no.
know. I want to know what's next.
Like perfection doesn't exist. Like there is always a way to get better. Until I'm scoring 100% of them, there's a way to get better. So yeah, like I'm pretty relentless in terms of like, any area that I can get better at, I want to do it. I'm always going to the coaches, like, what do you see? Teammates, what do you see? Like, yeah, I truly just want to get better in every moment. And until I've accomplished my goals and I'm being recognized as, hopefully like one of the best players in the world someday, that's what I want. That's what I work for. And just being able to like be on this team and do it here. So yeah, I mean, I've done a lot of stuff and played for a while now, but like I feel like I still have so much more to do. Like I hopefully I'm at the beginning of everything. So to me, it's just like I'm really excited and I'm happy, but at the same time, like I'm relentless and I want more. And yeah, like I said, until it's like 100 out of 100, then it's not good enough. So we'll keep working on it. Yeah.
I guess it's kind of along the same lines as this, but like with Sink doing this till she was 41 years old, and you being 20, you're already a grizzled veteran at 20, and like. Can you look forward? Do you envision yourself 20 years from now still playing this game? Have you been able to sort of put in perspective like what a career looks like for you?
Jeez. Honestly, when people talk about like when I started so young and like, oh, she's gonna get burnt out or she's gonna get tired, I'm like, you guys don't know me. Like, I'm not gonna get tired of it. And obviously, I think just the game will change and evolve, and I'll change and evolve. But like, I truthfully love what I do so much. Like, every emotion you see on the field comes from just like a natural competitiveness and love for the game. And so I don't foresee myself getting sick of it anytime soon. It's hard to put in perspective, like, holy crap, I could play for 20 more. Like, that's insane, actually. But like, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything about it now because I have no idea how I'm going to feel in 15 years, but so far so good. And yeah, I'm loving every minute of it. And my teammates are a huge, huge part of that. So.
And then Liv, can you talk us through your goal celebrations tonight?
Oh, geez. Okay. I literally, before the game, I haven't scored at home this season till this game. So I had been thinking like, okay, if I happen to score today, like I'm running to the bench. I just like, I put that in my mind. I was like, I want to do it so bad. I've never scored and gone to the bench. I like love when people do that. I don't know. Other than that, I didn't have any plan. But yeah, I made eye contact.
Was Mallory?
Did I?
Was Mallory pissed?
No, I don't think so. I kind of was looking at her like, I hope you're ready for me to jump into your arms because I'm going to jump into your arms. She's a strong girl though. Okay, good. Okay, good. Yeah, no, honestly, but I did think that part of it through. The other part of it, I was just so freaking happy. Just like the atmosphere when the second one went in, I didn't need to go anywhere. I just kind of like felt that moment and just wanted to soak it in. So.
And then Liv, can you just kind of talk to us about just this passing of the torch, right? When Sinky retired, a lot of the opportunities would go to you just with this positioning and everything. But now she scored in her own way. You've done it, through your free kicks, things like that as well. But can you just kind of talk to us about just the kind of the iconic passing of the torch symbolism?
Yeah.
And then just the night tonight as well.
Honestly, part of her probably was sick of me because she was like, God, this girl just like wants to be out there all the time. And like, I'm not a patient person. So I think being here from 13 and just like, yeah, just like I wanted those minutes. And if they came with her on the field, like, heck yeah, I wanted that. But obviously like, some of the positioning stuff, it's like, I'm kind of like, I want to get out there. I want to get out there. She was like, give me a second. But just being able to kind of finally get that time with her, like I loved that so much. And yeah, she really embrace that for me, especially in our last year, just like how we could work together. And I really appreciated that. And the whole idea of passing the torch, like I take that with like a lot of pride because obviously everything that she's accomplished is extremely, extremely cool. And just the thing that she's done, like if I can carry that on my own way, like that'll be really special for me. And yeah, I hope to kind of do that justice. And I appreciated every moment I had with her, the good and sometimes the competitive, like, you know, we're both competitors, but yeah, I loved it. And I think she made me a better player and a, you know, stronger teammate. So yeah, I hope to kind of make her proud with all that stuff moving forward.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started here with Rob Gale. As always, 15 minutes, and then we'll send the recording in the Slack. We'll go ahead and get started with Taylor Vincent.
Check yourself.
Okay, Rob, let's can you start us off with your thoughts on the match tonight?
Number one, look, we're delighted to get the result for Sync in the special occasion. Like I said last year, we tried to retire her in the right way, and that was the aim of the group tonight. So first and foremost, really pleased for the players, the group, for Sync, all the family and friends here. Many Canadians and other people I recognise there. It was a really nice occasion for that purpose. And then, yeah, the game itself, look, first half, I thought when we pressed and we pressed well, we had opportunities. We just missed it in transition. And I thought we weren't nearly brave enough with the ball. I said that at halftime. I thought our technical quality in the first half wasn't at the level it needed to be because we thought we'd have spaces to exploit and we didn't do it well enough. And there's a little bit of bravery in that in the midfield. There's a little bit of bravery to come off the front and know that when they're going to jump, and we've talked about how they're going to be a pressing group and have been in the second half of the season. We just missed passes. We didn't deal with the ball. It was a little bit sloppy, really, first half. But on the flip side of that, they weren't creating much anyway. They had some clever movements and a couple overloads, but really didn't create a lot. And I think his first shot on target again that's gone in. Disappointing. We didn't get out to deal with it nearly enough from the second phase. And then you're up against it, right? You're 1-0 down at home, big occasion. It's about character and it's about quality from that moment onwards. And Mac makes an unbelievable save at 1-0 off a scrappy play that we put ourselves in trouble again. It was a big moment. And then I felt we started to grow into it. Last 10 minutes of the half, started to pass, started to be a bit braver. So that was the message at halftime. We swapped the build shape, as you probably saw, as you eagle-eyed journalists and tacticians in the room, and recognized that that second six just gave us outlets to play better and through the midfield instead of always going backwards, which I think when they're a little bit nervy and we've talked about the youth and it's a little bit safe. Second half, much better, proper, got into the pockets, pushed MA on higher, which is what we like about the qualities that she has, started to create the overloads, and then you need your big players to step up. And Sam Coffey, Liv Moultrie, I'm not going to swear, but in fantastic. Absolute proper. When we needed them, they showed up, and we've talked about it. We haven't got the threats that we have in the front line. So you need those players to come good. And we've said we've got to do it by committee all year long. To be in the position we're in is remarkable. And all credit to the players for going out, showing the bravery, showing that quality that we know they have, getting back on the front foot and seeing out a performance without it being, you know, unbelievable. 20 shots, home crowd, everything that we'd have loved it to be, and press the crap out of them. We found a way to win, and that is a real show of character. So I'm really pleased for the players. They deserve that.
And then one of the repeating messages we've kind of heard throughout the season is, right, that growing into the game and, right, kind of getting caught on the back of their feet in the first half. What do you think is the key to kind of reducing that a bit as we've kind of end the regular season and head into playoffs?
I think there's a couple of things in that. There's bravery. And by bravery, I'm not talking physical bravery and that, but you know you're going to get pressure. You're going to get hit in this league. And to receive where you're back, knowing that they're going to come through us. And how many fouls did they give away the first half? I mean, Sam Coffey, Liv, we're getting kicked all over the park. And that's what teams are going to try and do, and physically intimidate us. So then that takes a special kind of bravery to get on the ball, hold it, open up, find the opposite pockets, play through midfield, play higher, play into the front line, show off the front to receive, because it's easy to just stand and I'm in a good position, but I know I'm going to get here, and now the options are less for the player on the ball. So that has to be the mandate. We talk about it. We say it every week. If you can get the ball switched and through the opposite pocket and play through the midfield, we're such a good team when we do that. And yet we constantly miss opportunities, and we play in and we get locked on and we play back into the pressure. And all of that is bravery, quality on the ball, all of the things. And we see it so many times in training, and we work on it individuals and in the units. It's tough when the lights are shining and the expectation is there. And that's why I was really pleased with the group today. That was a big turnaround win at home today, and a really important stage.
Before we get too much more into the game, can I ask about your bracelet? Looked like it was like perhaps a Sinky.
No, I just got given it from our
Okay.
community director, Go Thorns, I think it says.
Okay.
Yes, it's nice, and I haven't got my gold accessories on today, but I didn't have it on for the game. She gave it to me at the end, but like, well done, Zoe, and the community. We talk about one club and Thorns for all, and I was at a great event with the Gala last night, which raised, I think, over $20,000 for the charity. Seeing some of our young players speak, I said that was my team talk today. I showed them pictures from the Gala, said this is the future. Sink is the legacy and the shoulders of the giant that we're standing on, but the present is you lot now. And we wanted to make sure we gave these guys something to cheer about, and these guys are the next Sinks for the academy players, and we wanted to honor Sink in the right way, and we got it done tonight.
And then
Go Thorns.
Go Thorns. And then obviously we talked a little bit about Emma tonight. She kind of hit the ground running coming in earlier this week. Can you talk a little bit about that and kind of what that, just like bringing her in, having her so integrated into the team already, what that's been like? Yeah, well, number one, credit to the group, obviously, because it is a group that you feel like you can come in and settle, and they've welcomed her with open arms. And Morgan Weaver has a long history with her, and the excitement of bringing her here. We talked about, obviously, the emotions of the other side and losing a top human being and top player. But on the other side, you got to have a special character to walk in at that and show up as she did tonight. And I thought first half, she probably just forced it a little bit, trying a little bit too hard in possession, but you could see the quality, you could see the balance, the ability to get into higher spaces, because with Raina there, it's more come inside, and then again, you play into traps. So I think it opened up the dimension there. She's a competitor, great character, worked her socks off. I mean, like, playing on turf is completely different as well. Don't underestimate that. Big home crowd, big occasion. I thought that was a terrific debut, and you're going to see a lot more from MA in the future.
And Rob, 13 points from comeback points this season, the most in the league. Can you just kind of talk to us about the fight in this team and refusing to say no?
Yeah, and versatility and adaptability, right? Because we always feel confident when we're going in halftime that we'll fix what needs to be fixed and we'll make the adjustments. And I've got to give the player credit, because they have to go and then execute. So when you show 2-3 clips and you show what needs to be done, and you adjust your press or you adjust your build, they have to go and execute. And yeah, there's a fight. There's a willingness to go. There's an energy you can see in the group, even the bench players. You see them running after. It's so key. We are not a big squad. I've got one player who's the only player not dressing, outfield player. That's how tight we are as a squad. But credit to all of them, because they pushed the train in the last couple of days. The energy was awesome to rebound on a tough week and come out with that. Like, yeah, delighted for the players. They can deserve it.
Yeah, and then Rob, Liv Moultrie has her, footprints on the last 4 goals. 2 off actually 3 off the free kicks at this point, and then the goal today as well. Can you just talk to her, the light kind of the flick, flicking on and everything as well?
Yeah, I mean, you spoke to Liv. I have, ever since, I think, September or August of my first season here, Mike and he'd live on to me. And we had some really strong, honest conversations at that time because she always wants to be there now. She wants to be Ballon d'Or winner, best player in the world. And we believe she's got all the qualities and the talent to grow into that. But Liv's problem is needing it and wanting it immediately. And football's not that easy. And you have to provide opportunity and you have to know that there's highs and lows. And I probably dug her out a fair bit in the first year for her defensive work and responsibilities and just coming like, oh, it's nice. I want to be a 10. Everybody wants to be a 10. I'd love to be a 10. Just have a little stroll around in the pockets. And football's not like that. This league's not like that. There's very few like that. So she's worked. And then ever since I've been in charge, I think I said it in the pre-game book, but Sam Coffey, Hina Sagita, probably then Liv Moultrie are my top 3 players. And when you show faith and trust, you can see her growing. And I talked to her half time, and she's just like, oh, we're not switching it. We're not playing in the pocket. We're taking too many touches. I'm like, get on the ball. Get lower. Show. Opposite pocket. Be brave. You can turn the screw here. Her and Sam Coffey. That midfield. Jessie Fleming. Tireless running. That was the key. We needed those players to get half turn between the lines to create the overloads to exploit the spaces that we needed. Much, much better second half. Delighted with the first one. Like I said, brilliant from Sam, getting in the pockets like we worked with her all year, and Sarah does with the midfielders, making sure she's not just stuck in the 6, because that's easy to defend. And then she got a reward. And then with the free kick, I was already going to celebrate after the ref had blown the whistle. I knew where it was going. So, no, she was cracking. I was hoping she'd get a hat trick because it would have been a fitting nice one for Sink. But yeah, talk about a player who's grown up around Christine Sinclair since 13 years old, and she honoured her in the absolute right way tonight. And yeah, I've said it here 1,000 times, she's growing in front of all of her eyes. She's blossoming into the player that we know she can become. And she's repaid my faith in her again. I can't thank her enough. No?
Rob, congrats on the win. Hey,
Thank you.
I was at practice yesterday.
Get yourself to practice every week, man.
Just so everyone
Get
knows.
yourself to every session.
Just want to ask you about Christine Sinclair. What does she mean to this franchise, but not only to this club, but the sport in general? What does she mean to the sport globally?
What do you say? Iconic, legend, trailblazer, a giant. She's a giant. I said it to the players. And we had a picture up on screen. It was a bit pixelated. We should have probably showed a better picture, but we have a cardboard cutout of Sink in the dressing room. So we pulled it up the front to make way for the bad picture. And I said, she is the giant that we are standing on her shoulders. The game, the women's game, the fight for equality, the fight for equal pay, the fight for rights and a proper league and all of the things, and real stadium and national. I'm Canadian as well as being English, and despite my Canadian accent, and she carried the country. I don't say that lightly. And you see John Erdman and Maeve and other national team people out there. She carried a country on her shoulders. She's carried a league. She's carried a franchise. She carries a city and all of the right times. And for the community, and they always show up. I say it again and again, nobody does it better than us. But for them to come out in droves tonight, I couldn't get enough tickets for the people who wanted tickets for this game. We wish we could have played at a baseball stadium and filled 40,000. But look, the community showed out. I honoured her because you can't give her enough roses. You can't give her enough flowers for what she means to everybody. Everybody who's worked with her, this city, our country, female sport in general. There's a reason she's got like the Medal of Honor in Canada. There's a reason she's Hall of Fame. And how fitting is it that up on that board now and nobody will wear the 12 again? As Sink said, nobody wants to wear it anyway, but I think Jeff Goose used to wear 12 as well. So there's a couple in the building, but yeah. Ledge. Absolute ledge.
All right, got time for one more.
Just a bit more about Sink. She's sort of the epitome of, or like the Thorns player that people think of. And if you're, when or if you're showing her as an example to future and current Thorns players, what lessons would you want players to take away from her example?
I I mean, she'll probably be the best, but she'll be very understated in the qualities that she brings. But when you work with Sink and you see you don't have a career that long without doing all of the things that nobody sees, and that's the key, right? See, like I'm watching a training session and you pump your arms a little bit faster and pretend you're running faster. You know, like all the tricks that players have, like Sink out. What do you eat? How do you sleep? What do you do pre-session? How do you prepare? What do you do post-session? All of the intangibles give her the quality. And I remember seeing her, and I think it was a field in Saskatchewan, and my kid's mum was playing against her, and she was like a 16 or 17-year-old, and pace, power, scored goals for fun, all kinds of goals. And we're like, oof, I'm glad she's Canadian. And then under 20s, under 19 World Cup, she started blazing on the scene. It's been scoring goals ever since, to score that consistently at every level. And like I said, the last couple of games I ended up playing her, she scored on her last game here. She scored with her last kick of the ball in Canada. You know, just all the intangibles on the field, off the field, humble, hardworking, honest, obviously talented, great human being. Great leader, great example. I could sit here and talk all night, can I? Like, you know that about me anyway, but I could certainly do that about Christine Sinclair.
All right, we're going to go ahead and conclude tonight's post-match media availability. Thank you, Rob.
Welcome. Cameras off.